Hey everybody, my name is Jen Christopherson. I'm the outreach coordinator for the Alaska program Defenders of Wildlife. I'm here today in my backyard and I'm going to show you the BEARmuda Triangle today. Look at all those s'mores makings. Food is great, but food is also a major attractant to bears and will bring them into your campsite. Here at Defenders, we encourage you to play smart in bear country to keep bears safe, but most importantly, to keep you safe. So when you're setting up the BEARmuda Triangle, you're going to have 3 sites. Your first site is your fire, where you're cooking your food, keeping warm, all that. Your second site is going to be where you hang up your food. And then the third site is where your tent is going to be. Now that's important to put your tent upwind from where your cooking site was and from where your bear hang was, because you do not want a bear being led back to where you're at. Now remember, when you're cooking your food, make sure that you don't throw any kind of bones, grease, any of that into the fire. You're going to want to keep that all in your pack that you're hanging up in your bear hang. You don't want to bring attractants over here. Bear attractants can bring in a lot of animals, but those big predators like those grizzly bears or your black bears are going to come in, be attracted. They have really good smellers, and so you're going to want to keep all the attractants you can cleaned up, keep a really clean camp. The biggest fatality of bears is caused by humans, so we want to keep those bears safe. So make sure that you keep a clean site, make sure that your fire's put out at night, and then just make sure that all those bear attractants are in your pack that you hang up in the tree. Now you're also going to want to make sure that your cooking area or your fire is away from the other part of your triangle where you're going to do your bear hang. You also want it away from where you're going to be camping. Alright, so we're going to do a bear hang. There's some items that you're going to need. You're going to need a small stick. You're going to need a rope, your backpack with all your food in it, a carabiner, and then also some kind of bag, usually that you have like a little sack that you carry items in. You're going to fill this with rocks. That's going to be your weight that you can throw up and over the tree limb that's tied to your rope. Okay, then you're going to tie your rope, one end of your rope, around the sack. So then you have a nice little weighted bag here. Now this is the tricky part. You're going to throw this up and over a sturdy limb. That limb needs to be horizontal as it can be with the ground, and a fairly decent limb that can hold your pack in all your food. So pick a limb. I've picked one over here. I guess we'll see if it's strong enough. So now you have your sack with your rope. Now this is the part where you grab your carabiner. You're going to want your carabiner connected to your rope. You're going to hook your carabiner onto your backpack. Now this is the one step you need to make sure you don't miss. You want to put your rope underneath your carabiner like this, click it on. So it's kind of this pulley system. Alright. So then you're going to pull your pack up. Okay, so now that it's tied up to the tree, this is where your stick comes in. Okay, you're going to tie a little loop as high as you can on the rope. Stick your stick through that loop, and then you're just going to let your stick go up. It's going to catch on your backpack and not go through the rope. So now you have your food safely hanging up in the tree. And then when you need to take it down, you're just going to pull on that rope. You're going to take the stick out, and then your backpack with your food is going to come back down to the ground, and you're good to go. Now the last part of the triangle is your tent site. You're going to want to keep it away from your fire and your bear hang. In addition to that, you're going to keep it upwind. Make sure that you don't keep any attractants. Anything that smells, has a fragrance, you're going to want to keep in your bear hang up in the tree, because you don't want a bear coming into your tent because he smells some kind of some toothpaste or perfume or smelly soap that you have camping. So just make sure all those bear attractants are safe. And just remember, you know, it's bear season. We hope that this BEARmuda Triangle helps you out. Now that you know how to do the BEARmuda Triangle, happy camping. Make sure you keep your social distancing from humans and bears.